welcome back to another video on my channel. This video is actually something that I've been very excited about for the last few days. It's my room tour, and I've actually been meaning to make this video ever since I landed in Durham, like over 10 months ago, but I just never got around to making it because I always wanted to wait until I decorated certain parts of my room, or I was just waiting for my parcel from India, which had a bunch of things. And I was like, no, I'll put those around in my room and then film the video. And I just kept putting it off. But I am actually vacating this room in like the next 1 or 2 months. So I was like, okay, it's high time that I actually film this video. So here I am, filming the room tour, and I really hope you like it. So, just to give you a context, this room is actually a private accommodation. It's an ensuite room. That means I get my own private room, bathroom, but I share the kitchen with like 5 other people. So that's basically what an ensuite means, and it's a private student accommodation. So it's just all students living here, and it's called Regatta Place Student Accommodation. Like if any of you are planning to study in Durham, this is a really good accommodation. It costs around the same as the university accommodation, but I just had like a bunch of reasons why I chose a private accommodation and not a university accommodation. But yeah, all in all, I just love this room. I love my space. I love the kitchen. I love everything about this, and I really hope you enjoy watching the video. So at the beginning, that's the main door. So right behind the main door, we've got this like fire safety thing, and I've got 2 hooks where I hang all of my main winter jackets and like my shopping bags and stuff. And here I've got a bunch of footwear for different occasions and stuff. And this is just a suitcase, and I didn't have any place in the entire room to store this, so I just put this here. And this is another suitcase which I currently use as my laundry bag because I just find it so easy to take the suitcase itself to the laundry room rather than having like a bag and having to carry the bag. And yeah, here behind I have like 2 umbrellas, and these are actually broken tripods, which is very sad. This is the one that I got with me from India, and it broke in Edinburgh. And this is something I ordered online on Vinted, and it came broken. And it was weird, like I couldn't return it or something, so it's just lying there now, which is a really sad thing. And that's the bathroom, and here is my heater. This is a small overview of the bed area, and this is an overview of the study table area. It might look very like messy, but trust me, it is very organized. I'll give a proper tour of it. Starting with the biggest area of the room, my bed. I'm actually very lucky that I got like a double bed and not a single bed like most ensuite rooms. So I just love the space that I have. And sometimes I have friends over and we do sleepovers, and it's perfect for 2 people. So I love that about it. And here, I just have a bunch of things like the book that I'm currently reading, a few nighttime essentials like creams, medicines, and stuff. And those are just some books. So I do this weird thing where I write this like diary kind of a thing to my best friend, and I give it to her every time I go to India. Like I was supposed to give it to her the last time I went to India, but it just didn't happen for some reason. So I still have it, and I'm writing stuff. It depends. Like if I ever feel like writing something for her, I just write it down in that, and then I give her the entire book when I meet her. So it's like a secret diary kind of a thing. I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I do that for her. So that's that. And apart from that, oh, this is my Durham University water bottle. I never understood the obsession with like these sipper things. Because in the UK, like a lot of these companies as well, when they come and give souvenirs, they usually give these kinds of sipper bottles. And I never understood the hype behind them until I actually started using one, and I'm obsessed. I love them. They're just so fun to drink from. They're very convenient. So yeah, this is that. And apart from that, I've got like room freshener and stuff, and I have a lot of things lined up here. This is probably one of my favorite parts of my room. Starting with this cute little light. And look, it lights up into a moon. So all of my friends know that I just love the moon. I'm obsessed with the moon. So one of my friends got this for me as like a parting gift in college. And then I've got another lamp. It's a panda lamp. And a fun fact, I name all my toys. I don't know if that's weird or creepy, but yeah, I name all of them. So this dude's called Soul. My one of my friends gifted this. This one is called Snowflake, which is inspired from Heidi. I got this in Switzerland. This one is actually a Durham University teddy, and he's called Dobby. I actually won this in this meet and greet that Durham University conducted. And that dude is called Coconut. Again, a friend gifted it. And the next one is basically called Coco. And I bought this as a souvenir when I went to York. And this is actually something I got in Lake District in like the Rabbity, Beatrix Potter shop, basically. And so I just named him Rabbity. This one's called Stella because I just miss my club from college, Stellaria, so much. So I just named her Stella. And that one was gifted to me by my roommate in Bangalore, and she named him Cherry and gave him to me. And that one's called Olive. He's this mini So Ravenclaw limited edition thingy that was released. And this dude's called Kramig. He's from IKEA. My friend gifted that to me as well. And this dude's called Mooney. Again, gifted. Yeah. So that is the whole bed area. I just love these fairy lights that I have going on. And actually, these fairy lights have been with me since first year of college. I've literally had these fairy lights from my second semester, and it's literally the same bunch. I haven't even had to change them, and they've been working perfectly fine till now. So I just love that vibe going on. And here I just have like some formal wear, bed sheets, and here I just have like my night dresses and t-shirts and stuff. So moving on is my huge wardrobe. So this is really huge actually. It's very wide. But one disadvantage with this is the fact that there are no shelves. So there's just one shelf over there. And apart from that, it's just, empty top to bottom. It's just got this hanging rod. But it was good to an extent because I had enough space to store all my suitcases. So I just propped all my suitcases inside, and that's what I just put my clothes on. Again, it might look very like clumsy and cluttered, but it's got a lot of organization going on inside actually. So on top, I've got like all my skirts, my Indian wear, and my frocks. The entire top part is that, and like a bit of extra towels and stuff. And here I've got a bunch of hankies, and all these are like shirts and hoodies mainly. And these are like my scarves and caps for winter. Here I've got all my jeans and like shorts and pants that I can wear outside. And these are just like summer tops. Here I've got all my thick sweaters and jumpers and stuff for winter. Like I've got my Harry Potter jumper and stuff here. These are again winter wear, but they're just lighter. So I just use these as one of the layers and not like the main final layer, which is actually these. And then I've got a bunch of like tank tops and everything. I've got my socks there. And these are all the thermal wear that I use in winter. And then again, just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, earmuffs and everything. And here I've got all my bags hanging. So actually, this is something that's really cool. My mom sent this to me from India. So you can just hang these over your wardrobe door, and it just turns the entire area into like a nice hanging situation. So that's been very handy for me. So here I just have like a bunch of handbags which are like really pretty, and this side I've got like the same thing going on, but these are all my tote bags. And if you don't know me, I am obsessed with tote bags. I actually don't use them, which is very weird. I hardly use them, but I just love collecting them for no reason. So this is a part of my obsessive tote bag collection. Actually, a bunch of these are gifted and stuff, which is another reason why I have so many. But yeah, I just have a lot of them. Moving on is probably one of my favorite parts again, my table. So this is an overview. Starting off with this main area. Yeah, this is a coffee thingy, coffee mug from Durham University. And these are like all my electronics. I've got them in these 3 pouches. And here I've got like a bunch of diaries and books and notebooks and stuff. This is actually something that's cool. It's an emboss painting kit which I got from India. So it's a painting of this which I can color by myself. I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, these are just a bunch of empty or used books. And this is my, again, obsessive stationery corner. This is just 1/10 of the collection I had at a point at home. It was so difficult for me to not bring everything, but I just got whatever I could fit into my suitcase. So these are just a bunch of like calligraphy stuff and colored pens and everything. And that's my Ganesha idol. I've had this since I think 8th or 7th standard. I don't remember, but I've just had this for the longest time and I've taken him everywhere with me. So he's here as well. And so this is my Harry Styles calendar, which I love and I'm obsessed with. So this is actually a calendar that I got in December of last year. And from January 1st, I've been like every day, I just write the best part of my day in this calendar, which is, I don't know, it's my way of journaling, but it just looks good because I saw this calendar and I bought it, but I usually don't use calendars because I just use everything on my phone. But because I had this calendar and it had these huge chunks for the dates, I just thought I could do this in this calendar and I love it. It's probably my favorite part of the day when I actually write my favorite part of the day in this, if that makes sense. But yeah, and these are a few 1D posters which one of my friends gifted to me in college in my 3rd year or my 2nd year, I don't remember. But ever since then I have not been able to use them because we were not allowed to like stick things in our college hostel. So I just kept saving them, and here, like when I saw this huge cork board, I was like, oh, of course, I'm just gonna pin them here. So yeah, I love these as well. And this is again a Hanuman idol which I've had since my childhood. This is a mug of my family photo. Then I've just got a bunch of photos of me and my friends. I'm planning to get a lot more actually soon, but these are all I have right now. Again, just a few miscellaneous items. And so here so this is actually my college matriculation photo and matriculation group photo, college photo. It might not make sense to non-Durham people, but yeah, it's this really huge photo. It goes all the way to the bottom. But yeah, I just haven't opened it because I knew it would get spoiled if I opened it. And this is basically the box of my current tripod which I'm using. And I've just got like a bunch of miscellaneous things in there, like board games and stuff. Moving on to these 3 table drawers. This one just has like accessories and mostly hair things actually. I've got my watch here. And these are like all my earrings and everything. Here I have all like traditional earrings, and these are like all of my traditional stuff, be it necklaces, bangles, or bindis or anything. And over here is probably the most chaotic one. So my mom actually sent me medicines for the rest of my life, to be honest. She's like, any kind of problem, any kind of ailment, I've got it covered. So this is just a bunch of electronics and medicines of all sorts. I also have this small sewing kit there, which I've never had the need to use it, thank God, but I just have it and it's very cute actually. Again, my mom got this from Miniso and I think it's so cute. So yeah, that exists. And oh, also, this is a really cool thing that I have. So this is actually a t-shirt, and I had my clubmates, juniors write things on it. So I've got this here. And yeah, there are a lot of RCB things written on it, obviously. But yeah, this is one of my most prized possessions. I just love this t-shirt, to be honest. A lot of memories and lot of good nostalgia whenever I look at it. So yeah, this is the t-shirt. Moving on, I realized I just skipped this chunk of my softboard, which just has like a few knickknacks that I collected here and there. This was given to us on one of our Freshers Week events, and these are things which I got from Switzerland. This is the classic Swiss cowbell with N on it. I just like it so much. And this is actually a small pouch kind of a thing that was just given to me by one of the shopkeepers because they liked the amount of research I did about places near Lausanne, to be specific. So they were just so impressed, and they're like, you know what, you can just keep this. So yeah, they gave that to me. And I've got this Swiss knife as well. And this is my really small Heidi pin. I love it so much. And this is another Heidi fridge magnet which I collected. And this is something that a friend of mine wrote and gave, and I just like it so much. I've put it here. And this is my college calendar. So yeah, I just basically my entire room is just filled with things I've collected over the past few weeks or months or years, or just things that were given to me by people, honestly, more than my own things. Moving on, so this shelf is mainly my food shelf. So I've got like hot chocolate. This is my cute little reindeer mug which I got in Christmas. And I've just got like food, aloo bhujia, chips, and biscuits and things like that. I've got my chamomile tea. And these all are things that I got from Switzerland, just a bunch of chocolates. I'm actually waiting for my parents to come to open the remaining ones because I wanted to show them all these chocolates as well. And behind them also, I've just got bottles filled with Tang or just spare water bottles. And these are all my card games collection. I'm obsessed with games, yeah, evident. This is my lanyard collection. Again, I like collecting lanyards. I think by now it's very evident that I'm just a person who likes to collect things. I'm not a minimalistic person at all. No way. And this is probably one of my favorite shelves, honestly. It's my Harry Potter shelf, which I just love and adore so much. This is basically a coaster. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so this is a coaster that I bought in Edinburgh. I just wanted to buy something Harry Potter related, but I didn't have a lot of money at that time to buy something really fancy. So I just got this one, which was one of the cheapest items available in that store. And this is a Ravenclaw wallet, which my mom got for me from Miniso because she remembered that I told her that I belong to the Blue House, but she didn't exactly know what that meant. But the second she saw this, she's like, oh, isn't this like related to your house? And she just bought that for me, which is so cute. And these are wands, which I made out of chopsticks when I was little. And I've just had them ever since. So I just bought them here as well. And these are all the Harry Potter toys that I got from Kinder Joy. I was obsessed with collecting them after I came here, and I'm so glad that I found all of these. And this is basically a magnetic bookmark set that a friend of mine got me on my birthday. And this is a very cute or sad Dobby. I can't figure that out, but I just don't like Dobby being sad, so I'm gonna call him cute. It's just a mini like rubber figurine thing, and that's butterbeer that I got in London. And I am sorry, but I hated butterbeer. Like, I regretted every drop of it so much after the first sip. First sip was very exciting, obviously, but after that I was so irritated. Like, butterbeer tasted horrible. I don't know if that's just this butterbeer or if butterbeer in general just tastes like that. Is not for me, but I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry. And then this is another potion thingy that I got in Edinburgh the second time I went. So basically, it's a very sad story. But the first time I went to a Harry Potter shop in the UK was in King's Cross in London. And that's when I got my Harry Potter cap, scarf, and the jumper, like all the Ravenclaw ones, which were basically all that I wanted. But after that, I went to the Harry Potter shops in Edinburgh. I went there twice, and every time I went to the Harry Potter shop. And I just felt bad that I came to a Harry Potter shop, but I was not buying anything. Because to be honest, I didn't want anything, but I also didn't want to leave without buying anything, if that makes sense. So I just ended up buying things like, yeah, this and that one, which are just that cheap, but they still are like a souvenir, a reminder of my time in the Harry Potter shop. And this is my Hogwarts letter, which one of my friends customized for my birthday. That's the Marauders map, which again was gifted to me on my birthday. This is my entire Harry Potter collection, and yes, as you can see, the spines are very broken. I've read them too many times. I just love them so much. And this is a keychain that a friend got for me on my birthday, which is a Ravenclaw keychain. And that's another diary, which is vintage and old, which is again gifted. So I just added with my collection here. Moving on is another favorite shelf of mine. I think I love all the shelves that are like themed, like this one's books, this one's Harry Potter, this one's 1D. Like, I just love themed things. So, this one's got all of my books and like a few bottles. Starting off, this is actually like a slam book kind of a thing that I did in college, where all of my friends, a few seniors, my juniors, everyone wrote for me in this book. It's one of my most prized possessions, to be honest. Wow, okay. Got it out somehow. So, yeah, like it's just got, a bunch of writings, and I just adore this book with my life. It's very precious. Apart from that, I finally got this One Direction autobiography, which I wanted since I was a kid, but I just never got around to having it. But I finally got it after coming here. So, apart from that, I just have a bunch of books, which I just got to the UK because a few of them just have some emotional connection. That's why I got them, and a few of them I plan on reading them. Apart from that, I have this like car freshener thingy, which a cafe in France gave me when I went there, because I actually went. So I have this funny story. Um, so I went to France after 7 in the evening, and I stayed there for just like 3 hours. So basically, I did not have the opportunity to go to any souvenir shop because they were all closed. Like everything closes after 5. So I didn't buy any souvenir from France, and I was very sad. So I went to this cafe owner, and I asked him if he had any idea about any souvenir shop nearby that I could just take something back home, just some reminder of France. And he actually gave me this, and he said, this still counts as a reminder of your time in France, doesn't it? So that was very sweet of them. That's why I kept it there. Apart from that, I have this very cute Polaroid that a kid took of me and my dad in the Heathrow airport. Like that kid, I think recently got a Polaroid camera. So the kid was just trying to figure out how it works, and they by mistake took a picture of me and my dad. So her father just gave it to us, which was very sweet. Um, Apart from that, I have this tiny Bhagavad Gita book, and this is actually um, a list, like a bunch of notes that my friend gave me on my birthday and told me to read them whenever I feel lonely or low or something, which is a very nice gift. And I just have a few souvenirs and knickknacks from a bunch of UK events. Like this was from my first formal in the castle. These were flowers that we all actually sat and made by ourselves. So I took one back, which was a very nice memory. This is a fridge magnet I got in the Lake District. This this is a very sweet note given to me by my friend Sadhana. And this is again my name card in a formal when I got to sit on the high table. Lovely memory, honestly. And apart from that, I have this Disney Princess collection of Kinder Joy, few seashells, a pine cone, again Super Mario related things from Kinder Joy. These are actually tiny little Lego plants that my accommodation people gave us to build and construct, which was really nice. Apart from that, I have my entire um, postcard collection in this. So I am actually someone who's like obsessed with postcards. Um, so these are just my postcard collection that I've built till now. This is Whitby. This is Switzerland. I mean, I have a bunch. Like, I have a lot of them. I think they're all really cool actually. I thought of picking one or two really cool ones and showing you, but I think I really like all of them. I can't choose. So that's my postcard collection. And then I have a few tiny canvases which I intended to paint on, but I just never got the time to do that. And then comes my bottle collection. So each of these bottles actually has a story. So this one is the beer bottle that my dad actually drank. So when my dad came to the UK, he drank beer and I drank butter beer the same day. So this is his bottle and I just kept that as a memory of his stay here. Copperberg, that's the first time I went out with my friends in the UK. That was non-alcoholic, but I just decided to save the bottle for no reason. That is a soda bottle actually. This one that I've had for the last 1 year. It's again a memory kind of a bottle. That breezer is actually again a memory breezer. That was the last breezer I drank with my friend back in India. Like, my friend and I, we have this like breezer thing. Whenever we go out, we kind of drink a breezer. And that was the last one that we drank before I came here. So I just kept that bottle as a memory. And this moonshine bottle is basically from Nebulaze, which is a beer company, craft beer company actually in Switzerland. And we went there as a part of our study trip. And I bought that as, a souvenir. And this Evian is something that I got in France, again, as a souvenir because I went to Evian. Like, that's the town that I went to in France. So this is a souvenir. And this is a Greg's water bottle. But, yes, this is the bottle that I took with me to the Wembley Stadium to watch Harry Styles' concert. So I just have it. So yeah, I am a person who just collects things. I'm horrible. I know that. And this is a lychee gin, which I've just been saving for a good occasion, to be honest. Moving on, I just have a bunch of food things and like miscellaneous things over there. So these two are food from India, mostly like biscuits and chips and like snacks and stuff. They're very precious to me, so I just keep them high up so I don't consume them regularly and finish them off. This is my DSLR. That's my Wembley bag, which is obviously again very precious to me. These are just a bunch of documents, bags and stuff. I've got my tripod on top, if that's visible. And then again, this is a small box of like memories and stuff from back in college, just things which I collected and saved. This is actually a painting that one of my friends made for me before I came to the UK. It was also a birthday gift, but it broke. Like, it was a glass frame that broke. So I just couldn't display it anywhere because it had small glass pieces. So it's just safely packed in that cover. And then that's Tweety. Tweety has been with me since UKG. And he's still there with me. So yeah, that's mostly everything that's there in my room. This is this like massive window that I have, which has decent view outside. And apart from that, that's the mirror that I've got. It's a nice semi full length mirror which I really like, and that's called Harry. He's my ukulele. I've named him as well. And yeah, that's it for my room. Um, Finally, the bathroom is actually not much. I've just got a lot of storage. So here I have like all my extra toiletries and makeup products and everything. Um, and this is like my main skincare makeup station where I just have all of my creams and makeup items and skincare essentials basically. And then this is like another part of that. And another fun thing that I wanted to show you is this brush that I have. This is actually for 0 to 2 year old children, and I know I'm not insane for having this, it's just really fun sometimes to brush with this. And I got this on sale. Like, I was just roaming around in Tesco one day, I saw this, and for some reason, just got it. I have no reason why, but I just got it, and I think it's really funny. But yeah, and that's just the shower area. Moving on is my kitchen actually. So, this is the whole kitchen. I love the window situation that we've got. It's just so huge, and we have a really nice view from here. So, I basically have this entire shelf thingy, and also this one's mine, and I have like a few stuff up there as well. The rest are all my flatmates' shelves. So, starting with the fridge, I just have a bunch of stuff there, nothing too interesting. But the most interesting part is this. This is my masala rack, something which I am so proud of, and this is probably the reason why I'm even alive at this point. It is literally my survival kit at this point. I have got every kind of masala, like you name it, I have that masala over here. Apart from that, I just have my crockery here, rice and rajma dal stuff there. Those are just Tupperwares and boxes and stuff. And here is where I just have a bunch of other miscellaneous items and like stock stuff. I've got my masala oats and Bonvita and everything here. Um, Apart from that, this is another shelf which is really important. This is my Maggie shelf. I kind of cannot pull it out currently because this glass is there and it's just one hand. I'm scared it's going to fall. But yeah, if you can see, like it's filled with Maggie and Indian noodles except this one. So that is again survival kit. I've just got onions and stuff there. That's where all my pans go. And my final drawer, I've got my cornflakes and my chocos here with like a few of my baking items as well. And yeah, that's it. This is the living area of our accommodation. That's it. I really hope you like the video and the room tour. Also, do let me know if you have any kinds of doubts or anything in the comments, or you can DM me as well. But see you. Bye bye.